Hi, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Thank you so much for joining us. We certainly appreciate the time that you spend and make for watching us. You know what? Tim K. I've got no pony in this race whatsoever, but I am surprised at what happened. I was trying to accomplish something, and Tim K actually came into our channel and responded to the video that I made. And I'm not quite sure I follow it. So, you know what? Let's talk about it.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance, no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
All right, a couple of simple disclaimers. First off, number one, I have no pony in this race whatsoever. We don't know Tim K. We've never corresponded with Tim K. I think over the years, I might have made a comment or two on his channel. I can't even remember. We don't subscribe. You know what? We do subscribe to him. I thought we didn't, but we do. And maybe that's why it pops up in our feeds. Now, with that being said, we do not know him. And we would never pass judgment or do anything about somebody we don't really know unless it's a subject we know about. And most of you who are our subscribers know that that's not the way we are. Our channel is about our experience in the Philippines, what we see, what we do, and our lives. On occasion, we will comment or talk about other subjects. And in this particular instance, Tim K put out a video. And in that video, he specifically says in the description that his wife is filing charges against foreigner, maybe even two. I really don't remember. We could go back and look. And I thought to myself, you know something? It's not about that. Hear me out. Think, listen to what I've got to say about this. Our channel is more into do's, don'ts, what we experience, the good, the bad. All right. In this particular instance, all I was trying to do was bring to the surface for other people, hey, this is how fast shit can go south in the Philippines, especially for foreigners, and the ramifications. And what do you think about it? All right. Now, I can't control the comments, and I don't necessarily delete comments. We try not to delete comments. Now, YouTube will hold some comments, and sometimes when they become violations of YouTube community standards, like inciting violence or things like that, we do delete those. All right. When it deals with subject matter that's totally illegal, we tend to delete those. When it comes to allegations and things like that, well, that's just allegations. Now, in the video that I did, I made absolutely no basis for either of the parties, not a single one of them. What I was getting at was, hey, you know something? This is what we deal with. As a foreigner, you have to be cautious. You have to understand you're not a citizen of the Philippines and you are subject to laws. All right? Great. That was what we're trying to get across. Now, apparently, Tim did not appreciate it. He responded. And to Tim, might I please say this? Walang anuman, Po. Thank you very much, sir. All right? I appreciate you being in there. However, I found his response a little bit less than endearing. I guess is the best word. Not that it really bothered me that much. So in his comments, he says to me, looks like this nerd just had the best engagement video of the month, thanks to me. Okay, I didn't realize you're that special, but since the subject matter was about you and several others, um, but it did, specify you. Okay, great, we can do that. And then he laughs and says, seriously, dude, stand on your own merits. Don't shame yourself by going into the gossip as an elderly man. All right, fine, Tim. You know what? I can't help but respond to it, and any normal individual would. So I said, Tim, seriously? Here I am showing people how quickly crap gets a foreigner in trouble. And you don't like that? You don't think that people should know that? You don't think that people should be aware that they can get in trouble? I said, are you supposed to be all about being a good person? Isn't that worth teaching? Isn't that part of our responsibility for most of us? I mean, you're either entertainment or information. One or the other, Tim. Take your pick. But maybe you're both. Maybe we're both. Who knows? I didn't pick a side, and I didn't. And you can go back and look at the video. I didn't pick a side. I didn't give advice on anything. I stayed totally neutral. I even let Tim's supporters or trolls leave comments in our channel in support of Tim or in defense of Tim and in discrediting the other parties. I left them there. I left them there because they're entitled to an opinion, just like we're entitled to an opinion. All of that being said, all right, it's not our best performing video, although it did well by our standards. I mean, our channel is like mice nuts compared to Tim, all right? Compared to most other channels. We've only been around for like 15 months, all right? No problem. It's okay. You don't have to like us. But Tim, you're a big star. Don't you think your public display has done more advertising about this issue than anyone else? Give me a break. Act your age. I mean, by your own admission, you're an educated, experienced young man. All right. And you're not young by your standards, young by mine, because remember, I'm elderly. All right. As an aside, Tim, I also want to say this. My mother is an alcoholic because once an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic. Now, my mother's been sober for years. I understand the process, what you may not be going through. All right? And congratulations on 2 years sober. That's a great start, and it's good for you. But anyways, so this is how Tim responded. All right? Well, let me just say this. Let me just try and get this point across. Tim, you know something? You're a great big channel. Shouldn't you be using this as a teaching event for other people? All the tens of thousands of people. You're getting 250,000 to 500,000 views a month. Isn't this a teaching event? Impart some of your experience and wisdom of the Philippines to those that are watching you and thinking that they're going to follow in your footsteps. But then I started thinking, it's almost, and I don't want to say this lightly, all right? Don't categorize me as being in support of anyone else because I use a word that they use also. It's the English language, and it is what it is. It's open to everybody. Just because they said it or somebody else says it doesn't mean you feel the same way about all of their opinions. But Tim, are you so big-headed? Are you you so inflated with your ego that you would have to deal like this? I don't get it. I mean, you know what? I wish all of the parties involved get to settle this thing amicably. I wish that all of them are able to come to a friendly, reserved resolution. But Tim, you keep in mind, you can't be a narcissist. You can't think that you stand above others. And I'm not saying that you think you do. I'm just saying you have a tool here. You have a perfect tool to teach others about why they should be careful. All right? Without having to go into any gory details. I don't know if any of the accusations that have been made are true, not true. I don't know what other accusations lie out there or what other things lie out there. But with all of that being said, Tim, you have an opportunity here. Personally, my thoughts would be, if indeed this is going towards a legal situation, I would just keep my mouth shut. Only because that's what any attorney is going to tell you. They're going to tell you to keep your mouth shut. All right? If this, I don't even know how else to describe it. These people, everyone, in comparison to you, all right, they're mice nuts. They're tiny. I'm tiny. My wife and I are nothings. We're just simple people living our life in the Philippines. Our content is about life in the Philippines and about trials and tribulations that people will confront or come up against or be presented with, and about the successes, without a doubt. But Tim, if I offended you, sorry, but that's just the way it is. You put the content out there. You expect nobody to say anything? Do you expect that people are only going to put comments in your comment section where you can delete and pick and choose and cherry pick how those views and opinions are expressed? That's not what YouTube is about. As for coming up with our own content, gee whiz, I was going to Thailand when you were still shitting in a diaper, son. That's not new content. I was going to Cambodia and Vietnam while you were still trying to figure out how to masturbate. All right. That's not new content by any way, shape, or means. All right. There are men in YouTube and women who have far more worldly experience than you have. New content is a matter of how it's presented. And you've done a good job in some of it, that's for sure. All right? But don't accuse people of not being able to come up with their own content. That's kind of idiotic. All right? Nobody comes up with an original idea, or there are very few original ideas out there. When you put something out in the public, it's open. It's open to everybody. And I'll get back to what I was saying, just to make sure you actually watch this video all the way through. Tim, I'm happy to discuss this. I'm happy to do a one-on-one video chat and discuss it. I'm happy to let you, say your piece and present it on our channel. We're very open and honest about this stuff. But in the meantime, I have only I'm elderly, so I have a limited amount of time. I could die next week. Move up the schedule a little bit. I don't want to wait a year. However, now let's find out whether you watched the entire video. I want to commend you. All right? I want to commend you on a couple of different things. All right? Things that I think are exceptional. You brought a Filipina up in this world. You helped her get educated. You're helping her get educated. You're introducing her to a better life. You're helping her family theoretically. I don't know. I have to only to rely on what you say. I don't watch the videos. All right. But my point is that you have a beautiful son. You have a great, he's so charming, really and truly charming, it seems. All right. For what little bit I've seen. All right. You have a beautiful, charming wife from what little bit I've seen. I think you've done a very good job there, Tim, and I congratulate you on that. I congratulate you on being able to fight your demons. All of that being said, all right, if you don't like the content, just skip it. That's what everybody else can do, all right? We try and educate people about the possibilities of good things and bad things, all right? And that's the way it goes. It's our opinion. It's what we do. And if you don't like it, hey, more power to you. You don't have to. I hope you have a great day. And I hope everybody that watches this has a great day. And if you have an opinion as to what you think about this video and the information, feel free to post it below. We're open to everybody's comments. Thanks, and be good.